y'all doing? Now today I'm going to be reviewing my Performax compact router. Now this is a Menards brand. I'm not sure if they own it or if they just exclusively sell it, but that's what this is. I haven't ever bought any of these tools before. This is the first, name brand Performax that I've ever bought. So I've had it for probably about 8 months now or whatever. So I've been using it. So I'm gonna let you know some of the pros and cons. And then at the end, I'm gonna give you my recommendations. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let's get right to it. Pro number one is that this thing feels really well built. This thing feels solid. It feels like they milled it out of one solid piece of aluminum. I'm telling you, this thing feels solid. And I've had it for, like I said, 8-9 months plus, and nothing is falling off. This grip, is probably held on by some glue or something, but it feels solid on there. There's nothing peeling away. Everything still feels really tight on there, so it's really well built. The next pro is that this comes with a bunch of different little accessories. We got this roller guide right here for, cutting the edge around a round table. We got this 3/8 inch collet, and it comes with the 1/4 inch collet already in there, so you can fit different type of bits in there. And we got this straight guide right here. It does a couple different things depending on how you put it together. You can make circles with it. You can use it as a straight guide, and you can use it to, put little grooves and stuff into things and keep everything tidy. And we also have this dust collector. I haven't used this much, so I can't really offer too much on how good it is to use because I'm outside right now. So yeah, I just let that stuff fly wherever it wants to fly. And then last, we got this nice little carrying case that fits everything inside. Really compact in there. And this is a good solid bag. Like I said, I've had this for a good while now, and this thing's held up good. And it's got some little extra, cardboard or something in there. It feels like a little piece of metal right here because, it's a little heavy. But it all fits in there. And all these accessories could cost you, $50, $100 plus, dollars if you, going with a different machine that doesn't come with all these things. The next pro is that this has a variable speed on it from 1 to 6 to kind of let you rev up or do different things. Now, every tool that I get right now, I try to get them with variable speed. Now, with variable speed, you never know what you're going to be able to use it for or what you're going to need it for. So with that variable speed, it just gives you more options. It gives you more opportunity and, just different ways that you can use it. You might not think you need a variable speed or whatnot because you don't need it for whatever project you're doing right now. But I'm telling you, down the road, when you get a little better or you're working with something different, you might want that lower speed. So that's definitely a pro for me. The next pro is the price. Now, I got this for real cheap. It's generally about $75, but I got this one real cheap, man. That's going to be the lesson of the day. Don't let these big companies out here play you. All right, I got this one real cheap off of technicality. You know what I'm saying? I went to Menards just shopping, just going around, just looking. And, I kind of needed a router, so I just went in the aisle and kind of checked them out. And I noticed that they had marked the price wrong. They had the cheaper version of this one for like $35, and this one marked at that same $35. Now, they made a mistake and put that tag on there, so, I wasn't even trying to buy nothing. But I'm like, if I can get this for $35, I'm definitely going to buy it. So that's what I did. I brought it up to the counter. They rang it up. I act super surprised when I seen it rang up for $75. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? It was over there for $35. How you ring it up 75? So they went back and checked it, came back and told me, no, that's just what it is. They missed the marker. They put it in the wrong spot. I'm like, no, I need to talk to a manager or something. Like, how am I gonna, pay for y'all mistake? Y'all made the mistake and put the price in the wrong spot. So that's on y'all. Y'all should get this to me for, the price that it's marked for. It's not my job to double check prices and everything like that. It's y'all. So it took a little back and forth with the manager, but eventually I got this thing for $35. So the price is really good. Even at $75 is still not a bad price. It's kind of on the okay price, kind of the entry level or something like this. The next pro is that this is really comfortable in the hand. It's got these nice little grip things right here. that just kind of helps you hold it in place, and it's, you know, it's really comfortable in the hand. Now I've seen other ones like the Ryobi one where it has like a big thing on the top, and I'm like, the grip is up here, and I'm like, man, where am I supposed to be holding this thing at? Like, it's a little confusing, like. But this one feels really good in your hand. It feels comfortable when you're moving it. You know, it feels secure with that grip on there. It's nice and tight, and you know, feels good in your hand. All right, now let's move on to cons. The first con, and the most obvious, is got a big cord on it. Now it is really long. It's like 12 feet long, so you know that gives you a little bit more room to kind of, you know, use it in different places and kind of move it around. But it's still there, you know, as you're trying to maneuver it around and stuff, this cord is always in the way, or you always are a little bit limited to how far you can go or where you can actually use it. So that's definitely a con. The next con is that this machine is really heavy, y'all. Now let's put this into perspective. Now this is 5.2 pounds. That's like carrying around a sack of potatoes, just moving it all around, holding a whole big old sack of potatoes, y'all. So that's really heavy. Now I really didn't realize how heavy it was. I thought it was just kind of the standard thing, but once I start using different routers, different compact routers, and kind of doing some research and seeing what the actual numbers is, this thing is way heavier. Even Menards offers one for about $79. It's a Bosch, and that one is 3.3 pounds. So that's about 2 pounds lighter than this right here. Now 2 pounds don't sound like much, but if you're using this thing constantly and over, you know, it's gonna make a difference. You know, you're gonna feel that weight in your wrist when you're moving it around. So that's a big con to me. I mean, it's super, super heavy, y'all. The next con is going to be that the attachments that they have right here, this is a straight guide. It doesn't have any way to kind of perfectly fit in these little grooves right here. So as it sits there, even when it's, you know, buttoned down and everything, it still can kind of move around a little bit. And it's supposed to be a straight track. It's supposed to be straight, so that sucks. Now this one right here, this roller guide, it has like a little groove in here to fit into this groove on the machine so that once it's tightened down, it doesn't move from side to side. Time for the verdict. Should you purchase this right here or go buy something else? Short answer, go buy something else. Now, unless you're getting it for the cheap price that I got it, 35 bucks, then I would just wait or go buy something else, you know. Go get that Bosch one from Menards, it's 79 bucks, basically the same price. Or they have one, Makita brand one, corded as well, for about 100 bucks. But either way it goes, the main point of this is it's just too heavy. Now, it's not a bad machine. It works, and I'm going to keep it until I can afford to get something else. Or unless DeWalt or somebody else want to send me a brand new one, I will take that and review it for you. But I just can't recommend it. It's too heavy. I'm sorry, Performax. It just is max on the weight. Sorry, I can't do it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, appreciate it.